Have you heard of MaxHoops Helps? MaxHoops Helps is designed to help you. If you want to be a high school basketball player that maximizes their potential and has the chance to move on to play at the next level, MaxHoops Helps is for you. If you're lacking motivation, if you're lacking discipline, if you need help on achieving your goals, MaxHoops Helps is for you.
Pre-COVID, we're constantly in Abby's ear about ways to improve or programs to improve. He himself came to Reno a couple different times and came to her games and watched her play. He always went the extra mile to give her coaching advice, and just not about the fundamentals of basketball, but more so about the mental game, the mental aspect of sports. I think that was key during COVID, checking in and providing the Zooms, that was really helpful as well. State, Nevada to Oregon didn't matter. It never felt like we were 4 states away. It feels close and it feels like family. I think that's one thing that if anyone chooses Brant or MaxHoops Helps organization, you're not going to feel like there's a big distance between you.
As parents, we're constantly looking for those mentors in our children's lives, those leaders in their lives that are going to pour into them. And we care a lot about who that person is and how they are going to influence our child. And from the very beginning, Brant, it was just that person that a parent would feel so secure having their child, with them.
Yeah, one of the things I saw or learned right away with Brant is obviously been around a lot of high level players. He's played at a collegiate level. He's been around high level players. And one of the things I really enjoyed right away with Brant is that he was very honest with the kids about where they were at, what they needed to be. He wasn't a person that was going to say what you wanted to hear. That really meant something to my son at a young age. And he really latched on to Brant early because of that. He felt like Brant was a person who was honest, not only taught him very well and coached him very well in basketball, but was a person that he could relate to. He was obviously a competitive coach, and my son was competitive. So it was great to have. I feel like that honesty to the kids is, really important, especially the kids that have a desire to play at the next level or play beyond where they're just at today.
People come into your life and cross your paths for a reason. Your mentorship over these last 4 years has prepared her for the next level. And we, as parents, my husband and I, every day just thank God for meeting you and your network of people. It was just this, constant enthusiasm for her as a person and as a player that lifted her to the next level. And of course, she has a lot of self-motivation and she had dreams. It takes a village to get a person's dreams realized. That person has to buy into it as well as others around. And she definitely took all of the positive messages that you and other coaches in your organization gave her and ran with it literally. And so we couldn't be more proud of who she is as a person, as an athlete, as a student athlete. And we owe a debt of gratitude to you for all that you have believed in her over the years.
So some of the things we help the players with is time management. Time management is essential. It's crucial for an athlete to be able to manage their time, where they're going through budgeting their time. They do a goals of what they want their week to look like, and then they go through and fill out what the week actually looked like. And then we review and see where we could better use their time. We also have the players go through and create their resume. That's something that they'll use when they're wanting to apply for colleges or scholarships. Some of them kids say, well, I don't have anything to put on my resume. That's where we help them with community service projects they can come up with. We help them try to find things that will help make their resume more robust. We also have the kids do their goals sheets. One of their first assignments is filling out their goals. We also have player studies where we have the players review with one of our coaches videos of John Stockton, Scottie Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon. We have the players review some of the guys who were standout players in the 90s to help them find things in these players' games that they can then transfer into their game. We have the players write their entrance essays. Why wait? Why not do those things now? They're going to have an essay when they apply to colleges. Why not do those things now? We have the players go through. I give them 6 questions that are the most commonly used application essays. Try to have them see things that the application admissions counselors will be looking for when they read these essays. Players receive mentoring. We have a nutritionist on our team. We have physical trainers on our team. We have mental coaches on our team. We have the coaches corner where I bring in coaches to speak to the players. Players get to personally interact with college coaches. I believe that's something that makes MaxHoops special, is the relationships that I have with college coaches and their willingness to come in and speak and help offer insights and advice to the players that will help them accomplish their goals. There's a lot of students during this pandemic that are saying, oh, I'm bored, or I don't have anything to do, or they're playing 4 hours of video games a night, where now let's take away a little bit of that video game time and dedicate it to doing things now that will help them when the world does start spinning again. So do the essays, do the resumes, do the things now that you're going to have to do later, and get them ready to go so that way you're prepared when the time does come.
Without Brant's network and without his guidance, I really don't think that I would have excelled as well in school and been able to land at a college of my dreams. You know, Brant saw and recognized that, academics were really important to me. He really made that push and that emphasis that, hey, you're probably not going to get paid to play basketball, and basketball ends. Basketball ended for me when I was 22. I'm very fortunate I was able to play that long. Brant sat me down and said, hey, let's use basketball to get an amazing education, to pay for an amazing education, and then foster a great life.
There was always coaches at our games, and I felt like I'd played on other teams before where that wasn't necessarily the case, and I don't think that our complete talent level was the difference. And I think that there were coaches out there that knew that the guys that played on Brant's team were squared away and played basketball the right way.
Yeah, looking back, I would say for someone in my shoes that I once was, not knowing if I was going to play college basketball or not, and meeting Brant, someone like Brant, just being able to trust what he says and to know that he's going to do the best for you. Those extra times in the gym really do pay off. And, having a coach like Brant that doesn't just put you through the motions and expects a high effort out of you really created boost of confidence in myself, and knowing that he knows what he's talking about. With the thousands of players that he's worked with, I'm sure a large percentage, once they get to the college level, have gone on and played college in some capacity. Cliche, trust the process, but trust the Brant process.
I think right from the start, Brant made me feel very comfortable. But every time I came back to his camps or helped him with anything, I was always pushed out of my comfort zone, which I really, really appreciate from not just Brant, but the whole MaxHoops family, because I feel like if I wasn't pushed out of that comfort zone, I wouldn't have the success that I do now. And it was really scary during those times, but I'm so grateful that they did push me as hard as they did. Brant and the MaxHoops family is a huge part of why I am able to go on and play at the next level. And so I think that any new person looking at becoming a part of the MaxHoops family should know that you might get pushed out of your comfort zone, but that's what they do best, and that's what will really get you the success that you want.
Brant and myself, it's so much different than just a coach-athlete relationship, a parent-coach relationship. The moment I walked in and I met Brant for the first time, there was such a connection that it was almost immediate that he was going to be more than just a friend. Brant has become family to me, and he's become family to Devin. Very supportive of every step that Devin's made, whether it was, at one point a decision where we had talked about moving to Oregon because Oregon started looking at Devin as if though he was from there and was a part of, that group. It's a different basketball culture there than it is here in Spokane.
MaxHoops Helps is designed to try to help the kid that is motivated get closer to their goals. Goals vary, so the MaxHoops Helps program varies. We're trying to make it as custom to the player as possible. We're trying to teach them what it takes to either be the best they can be at the college level, high school level. The main thing, though, is trying to help them accomplish their goals, whether that's in basketball, academics, life. Mentoring and coaching is something that I've always found very valuable. I've been fortunate enough to have great mentors and coaches in my life. And next, I feel like an obligation to give that back, to serve, to help, to inspire, to motivate, to lead. These are all things that I find very important. And this program gives me the opportunity to share what I've learned as a college recruiting coordinator for 10 years now with others, with other families, education for first-time parents that are going through the college application, college search. All those things come into play with MaxHoops Helps. It's a complete program designed to mentor and coach players, whether that's an 8th grader who just doesn't know where to get started, or whether it's a junior or senior trying to have a last minute effort to try to pursue their goals. I feel like we're able to accomplish and help kids wherever they're at with whatever their goals are.